Welcome everybody to our show. This is Custom Fab Garage on our channel Octane TV on YouTube. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and on top of that, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new content that comes out weekly and even every day.
This is the vehicle we're going to be doing next, 2016 Audi A8. Stay tuned, we're going to be doing all new audio from Audio Dynamics, including 2 new subs, all new speakers, new 6-channel and DSP. We're going to start with removing this Audi A8 door panel. Passenger side, this does have the bows, pretty much everything. So we're going to start with taking this passenger door panel off. We're going to take our plastic pry tool and go underneath this trim panel here. We have 2 different ones we're going to use. You want to make sure they're not like marred up and everything to scratch all this stuff or the suede or the leather. So we're going to start pushing these in and popping this off. Has little clips behind it, and then has a little like a groove like this behind it, so that you have to pull it left and then out. So we'll kind of show you how that works. I would suggest what I did was I got this piece underneath here. I put tape on this black piece here because this is super thin, but it is metal, so you got to be careful with it. It will scratch anything underneath here. But every plastic pry tool that I have tried, it will bend them, break them, everything, if you try to pull too hard here or here or here. So I got it underneath here because it's the only place that gives you leverage. Is this little piece right here moves down a little bit. It moves, it gives you a little bit of comfort. Over here I can't, so I'm gonna start working my way around with my plastic pry tool all the way around here. Okay, now I've popped all these off. I kind of went in, you know, counterclockwise, came in, popped all the pops off, and they got these little pieces on the back. So you kind of have to pull it to the left and then pull out, and there you go. Got to be super careful not to mess anything up across this edge here. And then it has these little pop things that go inside of there. Inside of here you have an 8mm. Down here you've got an 8mm. That's what the 2 bolts that you have to take off right here. These are what the bolts look like for the top. They go right up into there. Alright, underneath here, you're going to find an 8mm back in there. And then that's right underneath the handle. And then right up here, there's a plastic little cap, and underneath that as well. So we're going to take that off with the pick tool, and then we'll be able to remove the last bolts. We ended up using our plastic pry tool to get this out, and it all came out. So what we did was, when this piece was in here, we just went like this and kind of wedged it and pushed each of the clips out, and then boom, we got it out. And then underneath here, and there we have our bolt. Here's the 8mm removed from there. That's the one that's underneath here. And here's the one that's in here. And this one's at a crazy, kind of like way up in here, so I would use a long extension. This one barely got it, so I'd use a super long extension to get up in there. So underneath here, if you see this square part right here, you're gonna push up, and it'll kind of unclick out, and then you're gonna take your plastic pry tool and start popping out and all the way around. And it's pretty difficult, so you wanna push up into here and then kind of pull out. And you wanna do that all the way around the door panel. And just be super careful. All right, in order to get this door panel off correctly, I took this off already, but you just want to unsnap this. That's how it unsnaps, because you gotta be able to get the door panel off right here. And we'll put this piece over here, down here. But we've also pulled this out. So as you can see, you have to pull it with a little bit of strength. I've obviously got this loose. And then once you get it, you'll be able to get the whole door panel off. So in order to get this out, you have to basically, the way this is you pull back, then pull up, and then you got a little hook in here. That little hook and then the hook will come out. There's a whole bunch of crap in it. Oh my God. There we go. Finally got that. There you go. And then you got it? So that's how it comes out. Boom. And this goes in there. Just unplug it from this connector right here. Can you see that with your light?
Mm-hmm.
So unplug this connector. There's one. And then up here, we're gonna have to unplug this connector, which is this blue one. You gotta swing this part around and then boom, pull the blue one out. So there's both of those. And it appears we should have everything's off. So you go. This one stays with it. So we don't even have to unplug this one. You only literally have to unplug this one and this one. That's it. All right. You talking about it? So this connector and this connector are the only two connectors you have to take the door handle off. Minus the piece up here with the door handle. The factory sub in the front door for the bows, obviously you can see that. This is what they use for factory subs. This is what they use for the factory like 3 or 4 inch. And then the tweeter is up here in the top part here. So that's how all this works here. And we're gonna have to remove this and make our own. So we're gonna take these out, make templates to make everything work, and then we'll put our own speakers in there. Beavis is going to take these T25s out. We got 3 on this mid-range. These are the bolts that he's taking out. You all right there?
Yeah, door move.
Okay. Unplug that bad boy.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, squeeze these two together.
There you go. All right, he's taking the rest of these out of the sub enclosure because Bo's designed this enclosure. We can't put a little 4-inch sub back in here. That's the only thing this thing lacks, is it lacks a lot of bass, which it has bass in the doors and bass in the rear deck, which is odd. It lacks bass, but it also lacks, you know, mid-range and treble. It just lacks, it lacks everything. And it's all because of the design. I just don't understand it. It's made for like an 80-year-old man who listens to AM radio. I'm saying. Okay, so which plug goes to that subwoofer? Okay, you have to unplug that. And behind this sub, there is not any room. This is the window down right here. So there is not any room to make mistakes back here, especially when this is bolted in here. So your main objective is you're gonna have to build out. You can't build in. So that's what we're gonna have to do.